What's good, guys? So welcome to the first video. The first video is gonna pretty much consist of a little drop and a hint of every single other video is gonna be like. It's gonna get you warmed up into all these topics that we're gonna speak about. So there's not gonna be many charts. Everything is gonna be mainly me speaking, and then there's gonna be certain sections in the videos where it's gonna be, I'm gonna go out to the computer and then we're gonna show you some examples on the charts, but mainly everything is gonna be me speaking directly to you guys, so you guys fully understand the psychology part of it. Because this is something that the psychologist, she taught me herself. She was like, people need to pull out a pen and a paper and they need to put their hand to the paper so they get to this hand to mind connection, because it forces you to stop the video, go back, listen to it, then it forces you to remember what you heard, write it down, and then reread what you wrote. So it forces this to get you this memory, this photographic memory by what you wrote down. So everything is going to be, you guys need to write down what you guys feel like you guys are missing and what you guys find that it was important in the video, because this is what's gonna force you guys remember what it is that you guys were missing. So with that being said, let's get started. So are you ready to be a Forex trader, stock trader, investor, whatever the case is? This is a very important question you need to ask yourself, because everybody comes into this and they're like, oh, I need to make money, I need to flip this account, I have bills to pay, I want a car to buy, this is not the case. If you come into this with that mindset, you're already wrong, because basically what you're saying is you want to just pull up to the gym 2-3 days, like, all right, cool, I need six-pack abs. That's not fair. Why should you get six-pack abs by pulling up 2 days when I've been coming for consistently almost a year, and now is when they're showing up? It's not fair. There's no secret code, there is no hack. You need to do what I did, which is come every single day for the course of a year, and then you will see the results. You can't expect to come in 2-3 days, hit the ab machine 2 times, go home, not eat the right diet, and then not have the abs. You need to follow the plan and stick to it. So you need to ask yourself, am I in the position to put this money at risk, right? There's a lot of people that come into this and they're like, oh, I only have $100. How much can I make out of that? I only have $1,000. How much can I make out of that? No, you guys are already starting it off wrong. You guys already seems like you're putting up something of risk that you guys are not comfortable with losing. That's already the wrong way to start. So you need to be fully aware of what is going on. Everybody is sold this car, lifestyle, money, jewelry, and it is all very much true. But this is the result of years of work. You might see it very fast on an Instagram post, on a YouTube ad, maybe in person, but this is the result of years and risk being taken for all of this time. So you need to realize this is a longevity thing. Real trading needs 100% control of your emotions, and you need to be 100% control of what is going on in that situation. You can't just say, I took a trade just because I took a trade, or I feel bad because, no, you need to be 100% in control, because you're the one that dictates what goes on in the trades. Nobody else. You're the one that decides to place a trade. You're the one that decides to put the lot size. You're the one that decides when to close a trade. So you're the one that you need to hold yourself accountable for when you make a mistake. And that is a big issue, but we'll get into those topics a little further into these videos. You need to focus on yourself, meaning that yes, you can use somebody else's motivation, their videos can motivate you, their lifestyle can motivate you, but you need to know that you are your own path. Maybe that person is already ahead of you X amount of years, or they've had help, or they've had some type of different guidance. So you need to get away from that and focus on yourself, because you are on your own path. And don't feel bad because somebody has had a $100 day and then you have had a $10 day. No, you need to make sure that you are happy about your $10 day, because you're clearly doing something right. But we'll get into more details in the other videos. So if you're a beginner coming into this, I always suggest every single beginner, learn the basics before going all in. Yes, you want to go all in, you want to make the money. Yes, the money will come, but you need to learn the basics first. You need to learn what is going on in the charts and the whole added stuff to it, meaning TradingView, the MT5, MT4, how to use the candlestick formations, how to use support, resistance, all these stuff that they are what's going to be your tool to get you to where you want to go. So this is mainly for beginners. I know this might be a little more advanced course, because people realize maybe 6-7 months in that trading isn't all technicals, it is mainly psychology. So that's probably why you guys are here. So for the beginners, you need to focus on the beginning step first. walk before you run. It is a very simple analogy, but it's the truth. Same way as the day you plant the seed is not the same day you eat the fruit. That's something that took me a while to understand, but once I really fully understand it, it made so much sense, because 2-3 years down the line, I realized that the tree, meaning myself, has grown and I'm seeing finally the fruits of my labor. But every single day I would come, water the tree. This is something that takes time. So what I suggest to everybody is learn the beginning steps. Once you learn the beginning steps, you go ahead and you try demo. Once you are consistently in demo and you don't blow any of your account, then you go out and then you open up your live account, so you get the real emotional attachment to these actual live funds that you have. Once you have profit in live funds, then you go and you seek investors, you go to these funding companies, and then it's just a spiral effect after that. But first you need to focus on what matters, and then the money comes after. First, you need to learn before you earn. You don't get paid to go to school. If not, nobody would be in debt, everybody would be rich. First, you need to learn, and then you get jobs, so then you get paid, you get compensated for what you learn. This is very much the same. Everybody comes into this with this, I need the money now. Well, why don't you say that when you go to school, when you go to college? Why don't you say that there? Because that's just not how it works. Well, it's the exact same way here. Just when you go to school, somebody tells you that's not how it works. Here, nobody tells you that. They just, oh, learn this and then you do it. No, I'm here to tell you that that's not how it works. First, you need to learn before you earn. It is the exact same thing, but just you need to accept and realize that. Just because you are not trading because you missed out on previous 5 years with the data, because let's say you're back testing and then you see, wow, this strategy has 100% win rate, 1000% return. You haven't missed anything. All that data that you have, great, now you apply it in the future. Don't get fear of missing out. You will get these trades, just wait for them to present themselves. So, just because you're not trading, that doesn't mean you're not a trader. Same way how, let's say you're a surfer and you go out to the ocean, and then let's say you're looking to catch a wave to go to the shore. If there's no wind and there's no waves being created for you to surf, that doesn't mean you're not a surfer. You're not gonna feel useless or like you don't deserve it. No, there's just simply no ways for you to surf. It is what it is. So I also get asked a lot, how do you handle not taking trades for 1 or 2 days or stuff like that? So we're gonna get into the detail of that in the next videos, but just to give you a little overview. So pretty much when I went full-time in trading, I had saved up enough to cover my expenses for about 9 to 10 months. So I could have literally not moved a finger for 9 to 10 months and I have all of my bills covered. Everything that I would spend to the max at that given point in time. So that means that I have 9 to 10 months to focus on my craft 100%. I need to perfect it within this time, right? So every single time I was going to take a trade, I have to think to myself, is this trade worth putting at risk a week or two that I have potentially already paid for? And what that does, it minimizes the amount of trades you take. Because if you take the loss in that trade, let's say you took it on a Sunday or on a Friday, you're like, wow, did I really have to risk that week that I already had to pay for by just feeling that I had to be involved on Sunday, or by taking a trade on Friday just because you were able to take anything throughout the week? So once you put that into perspective, that you don't have to trade every single day, because you have to wait for those setups that are worth risking future earnings that you already have for maybe potential reward. So we're gonna get into more detail in that in all the other videos, but again, you need to make sure to write these things down. If you don't write them down, you don't create that hand to mind connection. So now we're gonna hop on to the next topic, which is gonna be money mindset. So I'll see you guys there.